Honored guests, lend me your ears. Long has our Fevrimon suffered, without a true monarch to guide her and her people. Decades have passed since last His Majesty Erland sat atop the Draken throne. Long have we endured, yet it has not been for naught. At last, the bell has tolled on the age of the Council. At last, we may celebrate the coming of our rightful ruler. The return of the Sovereign.
My word! Such an inspiring visage.
Your Majesty shall have my eternal fealty.
Your Majesty, oh how long I have awaited this moment.
Behold, before you sits the rightful inheritor of the Draken throne, chosen by the dragon as its enemy. Behold and rejoice! Fortune has delivered us our savior at last! At last! Praise be, for only the Sovereign's guidance can lead us true. All hail the Sovereign! All hail! Let all present pledge their allegiance to the Sovereign. Let us be united in the hope that our liege's reign will ne'er end. Long live the Sovereign of Vermont! Long live the Sovereign!
Arisen, thou who wouldst slay the dragon, if thou seekest to behold this world in its true aspect, abandon thy reason. Cast aside thine heart and thy life both. I ask thee to demonstrate thy will, for naught but thine ambition can alter the course of the rivers of fate.
Now, which one of you was it? No need to be shy. I've just got to take down a record of your name and face. Come on, step forward. Aha! I thought I recognized you. I ill like that look in your eyes. 'Tis queerly brazen for a pawn. Most of your kind have eyes blank as a cadaver's. Mayhap 'tis only natural, seeing as how you rise from the dead. There's aught different about you, though. Could it be that you fear death just as we mortals do? Worry not, vessel. 3 days here, and you'll be longing for death's sweet embrace. Come along, you feckless dullards.
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty.
Polish up our gear for tomorrow.
Not sure how much longer I can hold out.
I'd not let him. My son's in a right state.
Layabout, get a move on!
Do your injuries pain you? Pray, do not overexert yourself. This is no place for one of your ilk. 'Tis harsh beyond measure. Even we pawns are pushed. You ought not anger the overseer. Let us proceed to the site.
I ought to be heading home.
This place makes my hair stand on end. Why? This place gives me an ill feeling.
Time for you to get to work.
You are prepared to work. Then you ought begin by carrying stones out from the station in the back and bringing them here.
Should they, like, get cut open?
The vicinity is quite cluttered. Pray leap, or that poses it.
I don't feel unwelcome here.
A job well done. Now the next step is... What is this commotion? Perhaps we ought to investigate.
even at the cost of your lives!
Get me out of here! Now!
Strikes are a thief's greatest weapon. Watch for an opening, then press your foe till they are overwhelmed. These may not carry shields, but their nimbleness allows them to dodge incoming attacks with ease. Boulders, barrels, and the like make effective weapons for the clever combatant.
Are you unharmed?
Get chase! Make ready. You move to a descent.
Consane!
You ought flee while you can. After all, your charge awaits you. You cannot linger in this place forever. You have lost your memories. 'Tis surely the work of a fell curse, but worry not. You need only believe in your own destiny, Arisen.
Consane it. The accursed creature escaped. Oi, you! Get back here! Quickly!
This way, Arisen! Come this way. Let us flee.
You must know. That is the only path.
No one could survive a fall from this height. Not even a pawn. Don't just stand there! Shoot it down!
It's getting away! Bring it down! Bring it down!
Go now, lost soul. Learn all you can of this world you must protect.
Keep your distance, Arisen! Worry not for me. The brine may swallow me whole, but I will not perish. There is a stone not far from here, known as a rift stone. Pray, seek it out. If you're truly the Arisen, then our paths will surely cross again.
Oi! Are you all right? What happened here? A griffin appears one moment and falls the next. And now you stand before me. Was it you then? The one who was riding on its back? 'Tis a wonder you survived. Accompany me to the stronghold. We'll treat your wounds and hear your... Where exactly is this jail you say you escaped from, anyway? I've never heard of such a place. There's certainly naught like that here in Vermont. Could it be you were held in the neighboring country of Batal? Nay, I suppose that's unlikely. We've been estranged from Batal ever since the war. It is difficult to imagine any citizen of Vermont being sent there. Fie! Goblins! Let's take up your weapons, sir. You'll be needing it. If you find your strength flagging, buy the curative or have a bit of green knowledge. When one of the fiends comes through, best guard or dodge, else you'll be sore on the morrow. Make use of the slope. It will give you an advantage against their ranks. There are oft items to be scavenged from the bodies of monsters and their ilk. If you're not squeamish about picking at their bones, that is. Have you beheld the dragon as yet? Where are you going? I'll not force you to receive treatment, but I'd at least like a word.
Welcome, Arisen. We pawns have long awaited your arrival.
What is this? Pawns. They bend the knee to you so readily, but then... No. Surely you cannot be the Arisen.
You seek the Riftstone, do you not? We can take you to it. Pray, come this way. Before you stands a Riftstone. 'Tis a gate by which we of the Pawn Legion may cross o'er into this world. Pray, summon your pawn. Simply paint with your mind's eye the loyal attendant whom you would have serve you.
This world is connected to innumerable other realms beyond the rift, which pawns, such as myself, are able to traverse. My kind is duty-bound to serve you, Arisen, and to use the knowledge we glean in these distant worlds to your benefit. I myself look forward to travelling alongside you, and using my experiences beyond the rift to
Well, I'll be. A pawn summoning before my very eyes. You truly are the Arisen, then? Strange. I thought the Arisen was in the capital. Surely there's only meant to be one Arisen. Fie, this is all beyond my ken. The Watchhead would know what to do, I'm sure. Though, as luck would have it, he's away. I suppose we'll save any further questions till the Watchhead returns. You're free to do as you like afore then. What? You've no memories, you say? Mayhap you could make for Melve, then. 'Twas set upon by the dragon not long ago. The Arisen is said to bear some deep connection to the dragon. Should you be Arisen, mayhap you'll recall aught of import there.
Hail, Arisen. Pray, ask aught you wish to know. I shall answer, if 'tis within my power to do so. Nomads, we are oft called. Born in other worlds, we travel here by means of the riftstones that we might aid you, Arisen. However, I cannot speak as to our true nature, for I know of it not. None of us do. We do not need to. We merely do as we are commanded. Riftstones are gates that connect this world to a multitude of others. By their power have we crossed into this world, and when our mission is done, by their power shall we return to our own. 'Tis the name given to fate's chosen, those destined to command the Pawn Legion and safeguard the world from even with your memories lost to you. I am afraid you cannot escape your fate. Very well. May fortune speed...
Armor seen better days.
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty.
Must we run everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen.
Sir, how can I be of assistance?
There's no easy thing.
Well,
Going out, are you? You sure that's a good idea? You ought at least rest for the evening. There should be a spare bed in the lodgings. Only don't go rushing off before you're ready. Take it from me.
Nook Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
My gear for tomorrow.
Hoy there. You seem well tired. Tell you what, you can stay here tonight free of charge. Alec, my pa always used to say, there's naught a good night's sleep can't fix. Not much else I can offer, I'm afraid, but you'll find all sorts at a finer inn. Aye, being armed is better than being defenseless, even if you're untrained. Still, 'tis worth devoting yourself to a vocation if you should stop by the inn in Melve if you get the chance. No hard feelings if you prefer it. They've much more to offer.
I have no issue falling asleep, even at this time of day.
Going on.
Hail! You a soldier? 'Twould be a surprise to see you arrive in one piece if not. Hordes of monsters have been plaguing this area of late, you see. We've had to start sending out new recruits to cull them.
Is that so? Who went yonder?
Lachlan. But I dare say he'll fare all right.
Aye, I expect he will. Who was sent out that way, then?
Ricardo. To be honest, sir, I'm a little worried for...
What? Weren't harpies reported in that area?
The lad can't handle those beasts on his own.
This is the first I'm hearing of it. Fie! I want to go to his aid, but we can't just say. You seem stout of heart. Would you be willing to go in our stead? 'Tisn't far, only a short ways out from the main gate. You've my thanks. And Ricardo's as well, I'm sure.
We ought not to dawdle when our aid is sorely needed. I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently. Let us work together to honor the Arisen's trust. Few can weather a harpy assault unaided.
Get down here, you feathered beast! Who are you? Come to me. See?
I'll turn you into pincushion.
Is that all of them? Yeah, you have my thanks. I do not believe for a moment I could have slain those creatures without your help. I've only just enlisted, and when I thought this could be the end of me, you saved me this time. But I won't always be so fortunate. I'll have to train harder, till I have the confidence to face such beasts on my own. Well, I'd best be heading back, but I'll be sure to let my superiors know of your good deed. I hope we meet again someday.
to make, Master. Follow me. Goblins approach! You need not shrink from danger. We've the strength to prevail over anything.
Myself to a tickle before bed.
Good. We're here.
Hail, friend. Many thanks for aiding Ocado. 'Twas a relief to see him return. And
aye, that it was. The poor sod might not have made it back alive had you not intervened.
'Twas a bit too early for him to be seeing actual combat. That much was made well clear. We'll be extending his training period. The instructors here are well known for whipping recruits into shape with their grueling regimes.
Speaking of training regimes, I must admit I've half a mind to ask you to join us. We could use someone with your experience.
It is clear you're not interested in arriving at our destination, so I'll hold off on guiding us there for now. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Avoided is a battle won, I suppose. That was thrilling. I did not know I could feel so alive. Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts. I say we collect as much as we can carry. to think of it, we're all of differing vocations, aren't we? 'Tis a tad inconvenient that we can't share equipment. We must each of us hone our skills. A jack of all trades is a master of none. Very well. I shall lend you my aid. You do seem to be in need of it. Behold the state of the village! 'Tis a sorry sight indeed. The dragon truly is calamity incarnate. Mayhap a walk through the streets would help jog your memory. When the Arisen appears, so too does the dragon. 'Tis an immutable truth of this world. It's no great shock to me.
Pitiable Arisen. Hast thou forgotten thy destiny, thy charge? That is most unfortunate. But it doth not release thee from thy fate.
I've had enough.
I expect you to sit here.
risen. Charge and all.
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me. Thank goodness. How are you feeling? This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't it? You do not remember? Then have you forgotten that you protected me from the dragon's flames? You withstood the fire in my stead and were well and truly charred. 'Twas terrible. I had thought your life forfeit. I could not hear the beating of your heart. But you hung on and by some miracle survived. Arisen? I'm afraid I don't understand your meaning. Does it have aught to do with why you were taken to the castle? They said 'twas so that your wounds could be treated, though I fear you have no memory of this either.
I am of the Border Watch. Someone with arisen-like abilities came to this village, horn in tow. Know you aught of this?
Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. You match my soldier's description. I'm glad I found you. The ruler of Vermont, currently convalescing in the capital, became arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your presence. Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? If you truly are arisen, you will be received with open arms. Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him. Last I saw, he was having a drink at the inn.
What say we gather some information?
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your... Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way. What? You'd do that? I suppose there's no harm in that. If you're really sure. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait right here for you.
could make the fruit robberant ourselves, or... simply purchase some at Runa's apothecary here in Mel. Ah, yes, now I see. Here.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought... Oh, well, if you do pick...
Ah, well met. Here for some fruit, Roberon. Are we? Do come again.
The recipient awaits, Master.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit robberant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll...
Lots to do, and precious little time. You really ought to have written.
Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. 'Tis a vocation for those who seek to master the sword and shield. Fighters favor a balanced approach, excelling in both offense and defense, and can adapt to any situation. I am a fighter myself, and should there come a time when you impress me with your prowess, I might be willing to impart unto you some of what I know. Naturally, it is a vocation for those who seek to master the bow, an exceptionally useful long-ranged weapon. At close range, however, a bow is nary more useful than a walking stick. Aye, the secret to being a successful archer is maintaining distance between you and your foes. It is a vocation for those who seek to master the mystical arts. Magic. Mages can cast a wide array of offensive spells and aid their allies with magical support. However, the more powerful the spell, the longer one must spend incanting it. Thus, a mage is unlikely to last long on the field of battle without allies to protect them. It is a vocation for those who seek to master the dagger. Such blades lack heft, though this grants them the advantage of speed. Thieves favor light armor, which leaves them more vulnerable to attacks than those of other vocations. Their talents depend upon their finesse and ability to compensate for the length of their blade through sheer agility. Should you dedicate yourself to a vocation, you will find that new paths to master will open up to you over time. Try them as you like. Very well. There is no wrong choice in any case. But I shan't take up any more of your time.
Puts me in the mood for a song, it does.
All the best take.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned. Mayhap 'tis too... Looking for him. That place puts my hairs on end. Yet if all were to befall me, live with myself.
If there is aught you wish to know of vacations, mayhap I can advise you. 'Tis a vacation for those whose thieves favor light armor, which leaves them. Their talents depend upon their finesse and ability to compensate for the length of their blade through sheer agility. Very well. There is no wrong choice, but I shan't take up any more.
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The Watchhead's waiting for you.
Simple conversation oft reveals what a week of searching never could. Whom shall we speak with first?
You really ought to have returned by
Now, Sir Gregor wants a word, eh? Hardly surprising. The Arisen's attentions are always in demand. Ah, yes. I know just where to find this person. Follow me.
Hail, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding. A task that can always benefit. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurian.
Saurians are monsters of fearsome strength, 'tis true, but I've yet to meet a foe that explosive casks can't scatter. 'Tis no great shock to me. Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such Arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service. I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of it. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. Village, you must make sure your aim is true. Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the saurian's nest.
A single jar of poison ought to send those saurians packing. Only do be mindful not to spill any on yourself, Master. Expertly thrown, Master. I'd wager those saurians will think twice about nesting here again. My heart is light as a feather after that exchange.
Ah, you've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions. First and foremost, will you accompany me to my thanks? Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Very well. Speak with me once...
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your effort. I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to... or perhaps 'tis a little... In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace.
That's that then. You've arrived, I see. That's a relief.
Well met. Pleasure doing business with you.
Seems there's no room for argument here. I shall obey, but I won't pretend I'm happy about it.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Good. Then let us be on our way.
I'll turn you into a pincushion! That attack, we would be invincible. I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently. Where to next, Arisen? I'm not sure I've any... I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on? Unscathed. No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kingdoms seem fully pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. Best hope. Regardless, do well not to invite my mistrust. Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their
It is uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I would make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate. An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it.
So tight. I can fit just about anywhere.
Want some in a real battle? Oh, prove my work.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. 'Twill be an honor to serve by your side.
Run begins again. Hey, Arisen? You've a knack for drawing the enemy, Arisen. No quarrel here.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
Are you certain you're happy to have me along?
What's this? We're trapped! Fie! A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places!
Cyclops, break. Be on your guard. of the capital. Prisoners.
You have my gratitude, sir. It would seem I had taken you for another false arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brand. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well. Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision.
I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on?
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their costs.
I see a ladder yonder, but we can't reach it from here. We'll have to get up.
We're setting out. Jump on if you've paid. We're setting out. Jump on if you've paid.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently.
If 'tis discipline your company lacks, I can provide.
All told, I'm rather satisfied with my performance.
If we share our strengths, we can begin formulating a strategy that caters to our respective...
We're setting out. Jump. We're setting out. Jump. We're setting out. Jump.
No? Very well.
We're setting out. Jump on if you...
Pray, do not impede me, sir.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
let us ponder how best to proceed.
Is your pack slowing you down, Master? Pray, bear in mind that you can only carry so much by yourself.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
I trust all's well, sir.
We're setting out. Jump on if you've paid.
No? Very well. 'Tis your...
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. Sunset draws near.
Where we do not fall prey to enemy ambush.
dragons coming to assail us. Mayhap we've scared them all off?
I'll take the peace and quiet over a horde of enemies any day.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
Battle continues.
That's a bad idea.
You have no right. You have no right.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
I was informed of your coming would be arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses connect, though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, it follows, therefore, that this you must submit to questioning. If you value your life, I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, you, and no other, are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days passed, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became Arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, and in Vermont's long year yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead. A mere puppet. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that... This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir...
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you...
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait.
Tad rowdy, but I shan't complain.
Oh, what does this say?
A thorough perusal might reveal aught of interest.
Well met. You are come to Shaki. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth.
We must rest, though the sun is still up.
Well met, sir.
It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
A new day. A new perspective.
Am I shedding? Must be my
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Well met, sir.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace. But the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. It would be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There are only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, what say you? Might I ask for your I thank you, your Majesty. There are 3 locales. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. There
is no shortage of beasts that need culling.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your Majesty's you will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels before now. Would that I could undertake the task myself. But what say you, your Majesty? Might I ask this task of I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
I heard a rumor that this land was once a kingdom of Easterns.
Truly?
Quite, though no definitive records remain.
Well met, sir. Now, how best to proceed?
Our soldiers need better training.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
You are the Arisen, yes? Follow me!
I'm nodding off where I stand. I've been here so long, I'm not sure why I patrolled it, if I'm honest.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
Just about anywhere.
In a real battle, I'll prove my worth. These soldiers lack discipline.
Would that all my days were so short.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I'd simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none... But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently... Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers.
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest. but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brand. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape. Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. I thought a stroll might clear my head.
Suppose I also learn my...
Lost track of time. This place is too comfortable.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Seems my feet always lead me here.
Slim pickings of late.
Couldn't hurt to put my feet a moment.
'Tis good to be reunited. This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
After you, Arisen.
Well met, sir.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Deeza's schemes run deep. To think, Deeza's actions have weighed even on the 'tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Deeza is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deeza's focus, we may be able to get... You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid...
What could the Queen Regent be plotting?
This is beyond me, I'm afraid.
Queen Regent Deeza appears to be working in
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to... Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt... I refer to Waldar. And many a time has Deeza demanded Waldar amend the Code of Vermont to her own, and many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, our laws dictate that Your Majesty is our rightful... Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, what say you? Might you be willing to aid? I prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught.
Is this a challenge, Arisen, to see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
equipment coming.
I'm tired. Barely slept a wink.
Time to be heading.
Such quietude is a blessing.
It seems we must part ways for the time being.
I cannot abandon my post.
So, you've come. Captain Brant bade me allow you passage.
Would that I ne'er had horse to draw steel.
Everyone's as tired as I am, seems like.
Huh.
Polish up my gear tomorrow. Can't expect to fare so well every day.
Aye. Is there aught you require?
What I can do for you?
Thirst sets the field.
Watch yourself. I'm not someone you want to cross.
I'm surrounded by dangers on all sides.
And have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Aha! Then we are presented with or Deeza's arisen. Have you proof that you are a... Ah, they say the Arisen's by that mark. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named... He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true Arisen, the one fit to lead them. And what befell him? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be? Escape? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering, and I need not turn my ear to deep. That said, if you know of a place with a mound, tell me. I suspected as much. Then we are...
It is a thankless job, this.
Must hold out till some... One comes to relief.
Nodded off for a moment there.
Our soldiers need better training.
Not sure why I patrol it, if I'm honest.
Do you know how...
My apologies, sir, but as you are not a member of this establishment, I cannot permit you through.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel during the day.
I just noticed they have
There's a ladder here.
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but I thought so. She's not stopped talking. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other. For all my... Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my...
I sense eyes upon us.
You! This looks like... You!
Might as well lie down and wait for the...
You!
My, I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This Arisen's both shrewd. 'Tis obvious, no? Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about. I was to report on your coming, but I suppose that job's over. So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Aye. You'll have your coin. That's how this works. Glad we understand.
He allowed the agent to flee. I cannot help but wonder whether 'twas the right choice.
I'm not sure what to tell you.
Peruse at your leisure.
Welcome to the Star Drop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to...
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the...
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for...
Night time already? I thought it was rather dark.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Feeling rested, I trust.
Why, you there. Your presence is requested at the tavern this... Who's the one request? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern. The fellow said aught about...
Greetings, Your Majesty. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. A place with books likely to entice Magistrate Waldo, you say? Kendrick of the Gracious Hand is versed in many things. Perchance he... There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, Your Majesty. A minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's Dorchester, from the pains he took to remain on scene. 'Tis plain that that alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's scheme. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his... He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be... I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn.
I am confident we shall see this matter to a successful conclusion.
Onward to Vernworth Castle.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above. Have no fear, Master.
You are the Arisen. Yeah? Follow me!
Acting up today.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guard pray, be cautious.
Have you heard the news? The new recruits are to be sent out to Melv. Melv, I say. I'm not sure who gave the orders, but thinking. It's beyond my...
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere. There are times when no one stands.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the regent kin to request a private audience.
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord,
Oh, unring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers.
surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better.
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace.
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. I did as I saw fit. Need I say more? Still, you are welcome to come calling, should the fancy take you, and should you have the gold for it. Off you go now. If you wish to speak further, 'twill have...
I'm ready for patrol. At least my back's not acting up today.
I'm in
Fine. Seems my feet always lead me here.
I better get to work.
I could see myself.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
I'm not risking my life for a...
Stomach's complaining. I'll have an early supper.
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Arms, arms for the poor. Pray grant. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms? Many thanks. Ah, hold on a moment, sir. You see, one of the children we care... Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't... This building's very old. It could... Might I impose on you?
Might I propose we seek out new information?
'Tis as you say. I don't know what to do.
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares all.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official... Let me see. It reads, "True to our pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with... But though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund. I fear such a partnership would only portend... At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot, and ere it slips my mind, pray, take this.
Phasus. Now there's a name to remember.
So many smiles, Sebastian.
What should I do?
What to do? I've no mother or father to speak of. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you. And I thought, the problem is, do you think you could help me? All I need is a bunch of pretty flowers. Oh, well, thanks for hearing me out anyhow.
Let me get that.
I ought to have enough for a few spices.
sleep on my word.
Places such as this ought to be protected.
This looks as good a place as any.
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was...
Heavens have forsaken us. Where could Malcolm... Perhaps you could try asking the other children. I haven't been able to get...
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Living's hard, but dreams are free,
I wonder what it was Malcolm...
The heavens have forsaken us. All is lost. Wish I'd been born a nobleman, son. Any loose coin about? Enough to make me rich.
Even after a day of...
My head hurts just thinking about it. Oh, have you changed your mind for true? I'm sure you'll find the prettiest flower.
Nobles do much, but cousins sweetmeats and ale.
I don't feel safe here. I'm well enough, thank you.
My greens are second to...
This is a place of prayer. Chaos in the world begins...
Is Malcolm... We were supposed to go exploring together, but I overslept. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults.
Stop that! Someone ought to put a stop to this. I'm done for.
I'll not be mocked by the likes of you.
Why would someone do
That's it. I've had enough.
Bleeding rogue!
Well, that's not happening. Not worth your time, eh?
My knees have been acting up of late.
Blessed be. "'Tis here that the bodies of those who fall. I beg you to conduct yourself with care, and with a reverence befitting of one who walks among the prey. Keep your voice low. You are more than welcome to return." I'd not.
Nothing important ever happens here, anyhow.
This headache's driving me up the wall, Tiz.
Got to sell off what I can while I'm in town.
Malcolm? All he's doing of late, I don't know why he bothered.
I suppose we'll be wanting to report back now.
This place gives me an ill feeling. I need not strive for more than a miracle.
This is a bit much for me. All this worry has head home. Achy back.
Ain't nothing but trouble lurking here. Vaults, you say? By ma, but you mention rubble, aye? Then perhaps. Come, I fear there's not a pray, follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small. Let us make haste.
It is hard to find my footing in this darkness. I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Malcolm, thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal...
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of secret.
Truly? Perhaps we ought to take a look.
Let us endeavour to keep pace with our guide.
There's no great shock to me.
Over here.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. Might I ask that you not share the We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else.
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you please. Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
It near boggles the mind that so impressive an archive slumbered here.
'Tis as you say.
The books ne'er seem to...
Be on your guard. There are innumerable corners where an enemy might conceal themselves here.
Keep your voice low, lest my heart leap from my throat. We've naught to gain by fighting here. Best we push on.
as the one afore it.
Got to crack a few skulls if you want to make top job.
So unexpected fare so well.
All I've got left in my 18 pence.
Hours seem to fly when I'm here.
Coin smell good if you got yourself dead.
Hmm.
Now, how best to proceed?
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
My head will roll if horse goes awry.
Well, have you found some place I'm... Oh, to think such a... Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be... Come along.
First, assess the field, then act accordingly.
Not been for ever happened. Yeah, anyhow.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you.
This should be far enough. If you truly are arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
Haven't got any fleas.
Not much going on. All this patrolling does a number on my shoulders.
Lots to do.
That's yours then.
Always the same.
I the spirit of a woman half my age.
Always the same.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tale time.
My magics are at your disposal!
I've had about all I can stand of this.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. Since Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell, mayhap it would be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast... Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this.
That was certainly worthwhile.
Done at last. Perhaps a brief respite before we can take on another.
Our efforts have been rewarded.